টিস চেক হলো টিস। I request all the guests to rise for the march ceremony led by Dr. Manjusha Mohan. Request everyone to take their seats. A very good evening to our distinguished dignitaries, faculty members, parents, and students of the Asan family. It is a moment of great privilege for me to extend my hearty welcome to all of you today to this event of the 6th Annual Convocation Ceremony 2022. Today, before we commence the ceremony, I would like to take a moment to remember our founder chairman, Sri A.K. Gopalan, whose vision has made Asan grow into what it is today. His blessings we seek on this auspicious day. Graduation is not the end. It is the beginning of a new era of achievements. Today signifies the culmination of many years of hard work in the relentless pursuit of knowledge. It marks the conclusion of an educational journey and the commencement of another more uncertain and more difficult part of a person's quest for a brighter future. Hence, take pride in how far you have come. Have faith in how far you can go and enjoy the journey. With much cheer, let us laud the graduates as we begin with the ceremony. I request all the chief guests to stand for the Tamirtai Varta and the prayer song to invoke the Almighty's blessings.
தீர்ப்பவனே மேலமுகத்தோனே ஞான முதல்வனே விநாயகனே வினை தீர்ப்பவனே குணாநிதியே குருவே சரணம் குணாநிதியே குருவே சரணம் குறைகள் களைய இதுவே தருணம் குறைகள் களைய இதுவே தருணம் விநாயகனே வினை தீர்ப்பவனே மேலமுகத்தோனே ஞான முதல்வனே விநாயகனே வினை தீர்ப்பவனே.
Thank you, ma'am. Light is the symbol of brightness and prosperity. To begin with this auspicious event, I now invite all the dignitaries on stage to do the honor of lighting the lamp. Thank you, dignitaries. I request everyone to please take their seats. Welcoming you all to today's event is especially meaningful as we honor our graduates today. Mrs. Shyamala Jaiprakash, General Secretary of Asan Memorial Association, is an eminent educationist who administrates 10 educational institutions in and around Chennai. A visionary with extraordinary capabilities, she is one of the main functionaries responsible for the smooth operation of the Asan Educational Institution. To formally welcome the gathering, may I now request Mrs. Shyamala Jaiprakash to do the honors.
Good evening. It's always a pleasure to participate in a convocation ceremony of one of our institutions. And it gives me a lot of joy and pride to see our young graduates here. And I heartily welcome all the distinguished invited guests here and our dignitaries on and off the dais. I welcome all of you with a warm heart and a heart full of joy. Today is a very, very important day for our graduates as well as their proud parents who are also present here. And we are especially very happy to have an educationist as our chief guest, Ms. Srimati Senthamare. Welcome, madam. And Dr. Suresh Kumar. Both of them are also, partners along with us as educationists in the development of our country. Our chief guest, Srimati Senthamare Stalin, founder, Sunshine Institutions, and Dr. Suresh Kumar, MD, WHO Center for Pain and Palliative Care. I thank you both for joining us at this occasion in spite of your so many other busy schedules. The chief guest for today, Mrs. Senthamare Stalin, is an educationist and a philanthropist. She did her engineering in computer science from the renowned College of Engineering, Anna University, Guindy. Though an engineer by qualification, her passion towards education and educating children in a pedagogy method made her to do a full-time course in Montessori training. She founded the Sunshine Montessori School in the year 2006 in a modest way from a residence in Velachery with just 5 students. From then on, there has been no looking back, and she has been instrumental in imparting education for thousands of students. Currently, Sunshine has 5 schools educating more than 5,000 students annually. Apart from being an educationist, she is a philanthropist who works for the well-being of the underprivileged children and senior citizens. On behalf of the students, staff, and management of Ashan Dental College, I would like to wish her grand success in her noble projects for our society, and I hope you take back some pleasant memories of our function. Our guest of honor, Dr. Suresh Kumar, MD, is the director of WHO Collaborating Center for Pain and Palliative Care. In response to a growing demand for a palliative care, Dr. Suresh Kumar sees the need for healthcare to go beyond standard institutions and medical facilities. He has designed a volunteer-led care system that provides an alternative to the rigid and ineffective medical institutions of the region. Dr. Suresh's approach moves services from institutions and hospitals to neighborhoods and homes in order to effectively address the social, psychological, and medical dimensions of care. The Institute for Palliative Medicine, IPM, founded by Dr. Suresh in 2003, is one of the few training institutions for palliative care in Asia and the only institute focused on community-led care. IPM has created the Neighborhood Network for Palliative Care, which is currently operating throughout the state of Kerala through a network of neighborhood-level units. The network links volunteers trained by the IPM program, full-time doctors, staff, and auxiliary nurses to serve over 2,500 patients a week. By placing communities at the center of this palliative care network, Dr. Suresh is creating a critical role for communities in the healthcare system and making palliative care more affordable and accessible. We are very privileged to have you amongst us, sir, and I welcome you to this August ceremony. Ashan Dental College has completed her decennial in 2021. We can proudly say that in the last 10 years, we have produced several meritorious and rank holders. Our students' academics excellence has put us ahead of the rest. This year's university exams are again a testimonial to it. Of the 258 students who appeared for exams during the COVID period, we had only 7 failures and over 75% first class and 2 university ranks. I think that needs an applause. Congratulations, our brilliant students. Last 4 years, we have consistently stood tall with most number of distinctions, ranks, and first class with our affiliating government medical university, the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGR Medical University. The credit of which goes to our teachers, definitely, and our student, Ms. Bangara Rosi, stood 4th rank in NEET PG 2021. Several of our students are pursuing post-graduation within India and abroad. Ms. Sneha Manmadan has scored 63 out of 70 for pharmacology theory, a total of 180 out of 200. Losing out only 7 marks for 10%, which is an astounding achievement. Again, I think she needs a real applause and congratulations to Sneha. Last 2 years, the nation has been going through a turmoil of the pandemic. We have all lost some unknown to us or dear to us. We have lost several parents and teachers across all our institutions. Our prayers and thoughts are with them and their family. The educational institutions and students have taken the burden of the pandemic the most. There was complete disruption in the education and games routine, which is essential for any child's development. There has been new hope and light at the end of the tunnel in 2022. Classes were shifted to online mode in May 2020, and physical classes resumed for all clinical students with complete protection gear from as early as November 2020. I take time to appreciate all the students who have worked relentlessly in COVID wards of Voluntary Health Service Hospital during the COVID-19. The students and staff who stepped forward without any hesitation or fear to donate blood during the pandemic for hemophiliac patients have done a very noble gesture, as there was acute shortage of blood for transfusion for these patients during the pandemic. Students are often encouraged to step out of their comfort zone and get world exposure. As a routine, students of Ashan attend conferences held overseas. But last 2 years, there have been travel limitations. However, our students have participated in online conference of the World Dental Conference. Learning social obligation is part of Ashan culture. Several free dental camps in and around Kanchipuram are conducted regularly. A free dental treatment camp was held for transgenders at the college in association with the Transgender Association of Chengalpet. Tobacco cessation clinic is established in the college, which gives quit tobacco counseling and aid daily to patients. Our 50-acre green campus with ample sports facility gives students enough space for sports activities. Students are encouraged to participate in all the cultural fests hosted in Tamil Nadu by various dental bodies. Ethnic diversity, cultural inclusiveness, and religious tolerance have always been the backbone of all Ashan institutions, which is even more relevant in today's world. Providing education and equal opportunity to students of all walks of life is our motto. I would like to take this time to thank the principal and her team of professionals who have worked hard and assisted our students to achieve this, and also our director, academic director, who is a mover and shaker of this dental college of Ashan Memorial. I once again thank the parents, the proud parents who are present here, members of Ashan family, and students who have come here today to be a part of this occasion. And I congratulate all the graduates and wish you all good luck for all your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the heartwarming speech. I now call upon Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, Academic Director of Ashan Dental College, to felicitate our dignitaries.
Good evening to all the dignitaries, parents, colleagues, and students. Every year, I stand in front of you all to present the graduates. And every year, it's the same emotions. Today also, I'm very emotional to present the 6th batch of graduates, a culmination of 5 years of hard work. At this moment, I would like to remember and take the blessings of our founder, Chairman Sri A.K. Gopalan, who was a visionary and the driving force behind all these institutions. It gives me immense pleasure to facilitate our guests for the day. Our chief guest for the day, Dr. Srimati Senthamare Stalin, is a well-known name in the educational field. Some little known facts about ma'am is that she is an ardent animal lover. She has established several animal welfare centers for abandoned and distressed animals and pets. She's also running several gaushalyas. Ma'am, I would like to take the liberty to proudly mention that Srimati Senthamare comes from a political family like me, wherein her grandfather, Kalinga Dr. Karunanidhi, had been the Honorable Chief Minister for 5 terms in our state, and presently her father, Honorable Thiru M.K. Stalin, is our Chief Minister. Nevertheless, her simplicity and humility is unmatched. Like her grandfather and her father, her feet too is firmly on the ground and her heart is with humanity. And ma'am had readily agreed to come for our function without any hesitation. And I'm extremely happy that she's amongst us. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us. I request our General Secretary, Mrs. Shamla Jayaprakash, ma'am, to hand over a token of appreciation. Dr. Suresh Kumar, MD, has done his MBBS and MD in anesthetics from Calicut Medical College. He's honored with Ashoka Fellowship given for social entrepreneurship and making a change in the society. He has been associated with palliative care in the last 25 years. He has held faculty positions in UK, Australia, and Thailand. He's a renowned speaker and an author, authored several papers and chapters in palliative care, also in textbook on palliative care by Oxford. Palliative care is still only accessible to 8% of the 100 million people in need of it globally. To provide effective treatment to a growing number of patients, Dr. Suresh has created a volunteer-led model that effectively distributes a responsibility, cost, and resources among larger community. Rather than viewing provision of palliative care as a medical problem with a social component, Dr. Suresh believes the treatment of chronic diseases are social problems with a medical component. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. I request Dr. C.K. Ravi, President, Asan Memorial Association, to hand over a token of appreciation. I would like to welcome Dr. C.K. Ravi, President of Asan Memorial Association. I would like to quote what he often says, paving way is creating a new trend in education. It's what we look upon every day to engage students to discover, learn, and thrive. Dr. C.K. Ravi is an educationalist, author, philanthropist, industrialist, and a person behind the success of the acclaimed Chandrika Ayurvedic soap. He's an eminent ophthalmologist by profession. Personally, he's a mentor and often correcting me when I'm wrong and patting my back when I fail. Sir, your words of encouragement and guidance are the most valued in my journey with Asan. We are happy to have your presence and blessings with us today. I request my principal, Dr. Umar Ranjit, to present sir with a token of appreciation. Welcome you, sir. The General Secretary of Asan Memorial Association, Mrs. Shamla Jayaprakash, is the backbone of all our institutions. I often marvel at how our General Secretary runs between play school, LKG, and professional colleges, handling students of all age groups. Being an academic director of a dental college, I often find it difficult to communicate with kindergarten children and address their difficulties. Ma'am, that is one skill I'm yet to learn from you. You have consistently stuck to the principles of Asan Foundation, that is imparting knowledge without prejudice. We are happy to have with us today, ma'am. I request Dr. Ganesh, Head of Department of Anatomy, to present ma'am with a token of appreciation. Dr. Gautam Babu, Director of Asan Memorial Dental College, also the Joint Secretary of Asan Memorial Association. Dr. Gautam Babu is the main person behind the dream and implementation of Asan Dental College, Carousel the Play School, and AKG Public School. Dr. Gautam Babu is a dentist by profession, but building new institutions and adding new educational courses is his passion. We welcome you, sir. We know you are very unwell, but still you obliged to come for today's function. Thank you very much, sir. I request Dr. Vijayalakshmi Samuel, Head of Department of Pharmacology, to present sir with a token of appreciation. I welcome all the parents who are present here today. You all have been the strongest pillar of your child's education. I know you have the toughest task of being a mentor, provider, and pacifier in their journey. I'm also happy that I know each one of you all personally as you are a part of Asan family. Dear graduates, thank you all for being such wonderful human beings. I have immense faith in you all, and I hope and pray that you will not let me down. Our prayers and good wishes are with you all always. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request our chief guest, Srimati Sentamarai Stalin, ma'am, who has been an inspiration to our generation, to deliver the graduation day speech.
It's a beginning, a great beginning. Respected Dr. Suresh Kumar, Director, WHO Center for Pain and Palliative Care, Kerala, Honorable Office Bearers of the Asan Memorial Association, Dr. C.K. Ravi, President, Mrs. Shamla Jaiprakash, Chairperson and General Secretary, Dr. Gautam Babu, Joint Secretary, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, Academic Director and Principal, Dr. Uma, the staff of the Asan Dental College, the outgoing graduates who have passed, were going to pass in flying colors, their parents, and all the guests present here. A very good evening to one and all. I'm actually excited because this is the first time I'm wearing a robe. For my own graduation, I didn't attend, so I didn't get to wear one. So I was excited today when they gave the robe. And I find it a great privilege to be presiding over this 6th graduation day of Asan Dental College. Asan Group of institutions have been into the service of education for more than half a century. It's definitely a commendable job, as it really requires dedication by the members of the Asan Association to make it successful, and adding so many institutions from a play school to Arts and Science College, to engineering and dental college. I can see the happy faces of the young doctors who are going to get graduated sitting here with a sigh of relief and satisfaction for all the hard work they have put in. Congratulations to all of you. You are about to enter the most uncertain and thrilling periods of your lives. I would like to elaborate as to why I started off saying it's a beginning. A very long journey begins with one small step, and in your long professional journey, the graduation day is the first small step. I'm sure you would agree that school and college would have been the best part of our lives. I've personally had a wonderful time and made great friends for life during that period. Now, when you have become doctors, you're left to face the world. You have to work hard to prove yourselves. You have to get into your family life, and you have to face so much reality in life as years goes by. The next 5 to 10 years especially is going to be very critical, as you will get into practice and you have to take very important decisions in your life, and you might have to pursue your higher educations. Your profession, if I can tell, it's supposed to be one of the most noble ones. So never ever compromise on your ethics. The most successful and honored doctors are the ones who practice ethically. So please bear in mind and try to help as many underprivileged patients as possible. Work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. Learn from every mistake, because experience, encounter, and particularly your mistakes are the greatest teachers in life. After you've learned your lessons for the last 20 years in school and college, now life will teach you a lesson every day. How you cope up with it and take it to your stride is left to each individual. I'm sure you'll do a good job. There will be disappointments, which is inevitable. Nevertheless, you can always bounce back stronger. When we can take success in life happily, we must also be able to take disappointments equally. A truly strong person is one who can handle failures and treat it as a stepping stone to success. I wish to quote Mother Teresa. She said, "In this life, we cannot do great things. We can only do small things with great love." Let me leave you with one last message. Go to the world and do well, but more importantly, go to the world and do good. It is very important to be successful in one's career, and it's equally important to express gratitude and spread happiness. Stay in touch with your friends, teachers, and have a wonderful life ahead. I would like to thank the principal and the director for inviting me today. I extend my deepest wishes to all the graduating doctors today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words.
I request our General Secretary to please hand over a token of appreciation to the chief guest.
I now request our guest of honor, Dr. Suresh Kumar, to share his wisdom and advice to our new graduates.
Honorable Chief Guest Srimati Chanda Maresh Shalin, members of the Management Council and faculty on the dais and off dais, dear students, I may not be able to call you students now because you have graduated, proud parents and family members in the background, good evening. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to share this moment of pride, happiness, and enthusiasm with you. And thank you very much. And I think I must start by congratulating you on achieving a major milestone in your life. We all know that this has not been easy. This has been a tough journey, particularly in the background of complications like COVID pandemic last couple of years. So congratulations on achieving this and well-deserved achievement. And you are entering, as the Honorable Chief Guest has already mentioned, you are entering a new area, you are entering a new phase in your life of professional practice. So I must, as somebody who has entered healthcare practice, in medical practice, in palliative medicine, somebody who has entered the field ahead of you. In fact, I started practicing medicine in 1986. None of you were born in that year. Somebody who has seen how the transition, because the last 10, 15 years particularly, maybe 20 years, medical science, including dentistry, has changed a lot, enormously. Something that beyond any expectations or hope that we all had. So drastic change. So somebody who is entering this field, I think it's my responsibility to somebody who has been there before, it's my responsibility to remind you about a few challenges you will be facing. One of the main difference between what it was 20 years ago and what it is now is the enormous change in information, knowledge explosion. So the fields, biomedical sciences, including medicine, dentistry, allied sciences, expanding so fast that it's something that we know today becomes irrelevant in a few months' time, in a few years' time. So unless you take efforts to catch up with what is update, what is new, what is recent, it's very easy to get left out of the stream. Like you can still practice dentistry in a very mediocre way, but to be ahead of the development, to be up to date, to be really professional and efficient, you need to take efforts to catch up with what is happening. And a lot of on the practical level, it's like the platforms like PubMed offer a lot of new recent publication. It's not, there was a time when this advanced research and new papers were not available to most of us in low and middle income countries because the journals cost a lot. But nowadays, online, most of the material is available. So do keep in touch with what is happening. The second one is the, again, related one, very rapid expansion of medical technology. Technology is changing every day. We may not be able to grasp and get these things, new things into practice immediately because we live in what we call low or middle income countries, and we may not be able to catch up with that, but be aware of what's happening around you, be aware of what's happening in the industry in the rest of the world. So need to be aware of that, need to be up to date on that also. These are the two important things to be efficient. The third one is, again, our Chief Guest has highlighted in her inspiring speech, she highlighted the importance of being ethical. Being ethical is not an easy job. Particularly in a heavily commercialized field, medical science, healthcare business or healthcare industry has become so commercialized, and it's becoming more and more commercialized, and it's very difficult to live true to your principles, true to the basic principles of patient care and support, unless you take a very, very active, positive steps and reflections on being compassionate, being empathetic to a patient, and we clearly define what your role is, what your responsibilities are with the patient, because there will be a lot of pressure to deviate, a lot of pressure to become more commercial, a lot of pressure to make quick money. So, but that will cause further deterioration of our professional services. That will cause, you may make more money if you deviate from your basic ethical practice, but that you will end up as a sort of somebody without self-respect, without self-dignity. So the most important thing for any of us in healthcare industry, particularly in this changing world, is that because medical practice, medical access service is getting less and less accessible to a large number of people, because the expenditure, because the expansion of the industry, because of commercialization, because of entry of new technology, it has become more and more costly. You know this because particularly it's true of dentistry, and it's becoming less and less accessible to most people. So when we practice, we need to see the interest of the wider population in mind. We need the interest of the patient. We need to keep the patient who cannot afford to pay in mind. So I don't know how you will achieve this, but have this spirit. Let's be compassionate, let's be efficient, let's be effective, and may all your dreams come true. And I also wish that all of you become really efficient and compassionate professionals and a model to the rest of the world, people who are following you, and give pride to their family, to the profession, and to the institution that has raised you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are privileged and honored to be motivated by you. Dear graduates, the moment you have been waiting has finally come. The oath is one of the oldest binding documents in history. The oath was written by Hippocrates, and it's still held sacred to physicians. It highlights the importance of treating the ill to the best of one's ability, to preserve the patient's privacy, and to teach the secrets of medicine to the next generation. I request our principal, Dr. Uma Ranjit, to lead our graduates in taking the Hippocratic oath.
I swear to fulfill, to the best of my ability and judgment, this covenant. I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those physicians in whose steps I walk, and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will remember that there is art to medicine as well as humanity, and that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may outweigh the surgeon's knife. I will not be ashamed to say, I know not. Nor will I fail to call in my colleagues when the skills of another are needed for a patient's recovery. I will respect the privacy of my patients and their problems disclosed to me. I will remember that I am treating a human being whose illness may affect his family personally and financially. My responsibility includes these related problems. I will prevent disease whenever I can. I will remember that I remain a member of society with special obligations to all my fellow human beings. If I do not violate this oath, may I enjoy life and my profession, respected while I live, and remembered with affection thereafter. May I always act so as to preserve the finest traditions of my calling. And may I have the wisdom to tread with care in matters of life and death. Above all, I must not play God.
Thank you, ma'am. I request the graduates to please take their seats. It is said that the quality of a person's life is directly proportional to the commitment in order to excel regardless of the chosen field of endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now recognize the students' extraordinary achievement as we proceed to the presentation. May I request our chief guest and guest of honor to do the honor of presenting our graduates with their certificate as a symbol of accomplishment. Each certificate is a replica of their BDS degree embossed in 24-karat gold. Dr. Aishwarya. Akash Thanashekaran. Dr. Akshaya Raghu. Dr. Albert Jack Matthew. Dr. Arjun Shekhar. Dr. Ashma Prem Nazir. Dr. Ashwati Ravichandran. Dr. Avishya Kaladaran. Dr. Bharat Kumar. Dr. Bhavadarini Shri. Dr. Blessy Rajamani. Dr. Faiz Jahan. Dr. Hannah Deborah. Dr. Harini. Dr. Harita Karnan. Dr. Hiba Iqbal. Dr. Indana Ambikapati. Dr. Janani Ilangovan. Dr. Jayakrupa Ramakrishnan. Dr. Jennifer Muthu. Dr. Kameshwaran. Dr. Kanimoli. Dr. Kartika. Dr. Kartika Anbaragan. Dr. Kritika Saikya. Dr. Loshni Sendil. Dr. Laura Dempsey. Dr. Mansa Ashokan. Dr. Mohanapriya Aruldas. Dr. Monica Suresh. Dr. Monica Sam Davidson. Dr. Naeem Ur Rahman. Dr. Nitya Manoharan. Dr. Nitya Murali. Dr. Niveta Ruth Kumar. Dr. Niveta Saravanan. Dr. Ume Mehfusa Mariam. Dr. Pavitra. Dr. Prasanna. Dr. Prasanna Lakshmi Vetri Selvan. Dr. Preeta Sundarraj. Dr. Preeti Rajendran. Dr. Prithvi Raj. Dr. Priya Ramanathan. Dr. Rashmika Hari. Dr. Rashmi Rajan. Dr. Sabiha Nas. Dr. Sanjana Ravikumar. Dr. Santosh Kumar. Dr. Sennamal Shegar. Dr. Shireen James. Dr. Shivaranjani Raja. Dr. Soundarya Ratnakumar. Dr. Sumaya Jasima. Dr. Suprada Devi Arun Anand. Dr. Varsha Vijayan. Dr. Vignesh Babu. Dr. Vigneshwaran. Dr. Vijay Kumari. Thank you, dignitaries. Congratulations to all the graduates. You have made us all proud today. This is the most awaited moment. The Best Outgoing Student Award is awarded to students who are a right combination of hard work, humility, and a team player. They are role models of their colleagues and subordinates. I request Dr. Varsha Vijayan to step forward to receive the award. I request our chief guest and guest of honor to present the award. Thank you, dignitaries. The second award is the Award for Academic Excellence. I call upon Dr. Sabiha Nas to collect the award. Dr. Sabiha has consistently stood first in all the 4 years of study, accumulating 13 distinctions in 4 years. I request our chief guest and guest of honor to present the award. The third award is the ASAN Leadership Award, awarded to Team Leader and the Brand Ambassador of ASAN. The award goes to Dr. Rashmika Hari for leading the students as a family. I request Dr. Rashmika to step forward to collect her award. Thank you, dignitaries. The dignitaries can please take their seats. Now is the time to give thanks to everyone who has helped the graduates to achieve their milestone. It is always nice to hear from students how the institution has molded them into what they are today. To share their sentiments and experience here with us, I call upon Dr. Rashmika Hari President of Asan Dental College Students' Body, to deliver the valedictory speech.
Esteemed and respected chief guests, our beloved General Secretary, Joint Secretary, Academic Director, Principal, and all the dignitaries of Asan Institute, our teachers, parents, and my dear friends. It's my privilege to speak a few words on this solemn occasion. As I look out into the crowd before me, I sense a wave of emotion from everyone present here. For our families and friends, the sense of pride you have in us today is unmeasurable. But nothing can top the feeling of our graduates we have right now. From today onwards, a prefix is added to our name, which all of us have been dreaming for. The Almighty has blessed us abundantly. Today is a turning point in each of our lives. We have spent the past 5 years learning to learn, laugh, tide over troubles, and make mischief, of course. But today doesn't just concern reminiscing about the past. It's also about looking into the future. We are confident of achieving our goals because our staffs have left no stones unturned to make us competitive and skilled. We have a deep sense of gratitude and affection for our teachers, which cannot be summarized in this speech. For their efforts for making an 18-year-old unruly teenager into a doctor is no little task. If along the way our words and actions have hurt you, please forgive us. Our association with our teachers doesn't end today. We will continue turning back to you in tiring times. I salute our academic director, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi ma'am, and our principal, Dr. Uma Ranjit ma'am, who have been guiding us for the past 5 years relentlessly. And we will continue to do so, ma'am. On behalf of the 2016 and 2022 batch, I extend you a heartfelt gratitude. We thank our parents who have been our pillars of support and gratitude towards you. I still remember the first day of college when I joined. We all seemed to be very fresh with lots of new smiles. Many of us quickly made new friends, joked around, and acted like everything was for the better. But deep down, whether we wanted to admit it or not, a sense of fear ached in the pit of our stomachs. The fear of the unknown, the fear of our future. But today, as we are about to bid adieu, the fear of losing touch with our friends is what we fear the most. The nature of our college teaches us the principle of enter to learn and leave to serve. The focus and resources our college dedicates to seeing hardships outside a person's own bubble is amazing. However, I'm proud to say that Asan Dental College has given us tools to succeed. It has provided us a place to foster our intelligence and access to knowledge that we otherwise may not have encountered. We are a part of that very small percentage of dental graduates who have been exposed to more than just textbooks. Although we are all very excited at this moment to be finished with this chapter in our lives, we all have the capacity of doing something great. Class of 2016, my friends, look forward and smile. Thank you all for being a part of our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rashmika, for taking us down your memory lane and sharing the memories you cherished with the Asan family. As we come to the closure of the graduation ceremony, I now request Dr. Nandita to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by the heart. And to whom should we feel the most gratitude to? To God, our Creator, for the innumerable blessings He showers on us today and every day. A very good evening to one and all present here for the 6th convocation ceremony of Asan Memorial Dental College. I feel honored and privileged to have been given this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to extend my deepest regards and hearty thanks to our honorable chief guest, Srimati Sendamir Stalin, who despite her busy schedule kindly accepted our invitation to grace this special occasion. Thank you, Madam, for your intense oration and words of wisdom that have inspired and radiated a source of energy within us. I also take this opportunity to thank our guest of honor, Dr. Suresh Kumar Sir, for devoting his precious time to adorn this event and bless our students. Let me take this opportunity to thank our management, Dr. C.K. Ravi, President, Asan Memorial Association, Mrs. Shamala Jay Prakash, General Secretary, and Dr. Gautam Babu, Joint Secretary, for their pivotal role, continued support, and guidance to our institution. My heartfelt thanks to our beloved academic director, Dr. Lakshmi Ravi, our voice strength and absolute pillar of support. I express my thanks to our principal, Dr. Umar Ranjit, for her mentorship and outright dedication to our college. My sincere thanks to our vice principal, Dr. Gajalakshmi, for her constant help and guidance that has emanated a constant source of energy within us. My speech would be abridged if I do not thank the heroes of today's ceremony, the heartbeat of our institution, our dear students, who have put in all their efforts, sacrificing and overlooking their comforts to bring in this achievement. You have brought pride to our college, and I'm sure you will be true ambassadors of this institution in your future endeavors. A very special thanks to all the parents and guardians who are here today to bless their children. It must be truly a special moment of pride for you. Our heads of department and teaching faculty deserve appreciation for their years of commitment. Thanks to each and every one of you for your earnest efforts. Our gratitude to our dear late Dr. Janani, Professor Oral Pathology, who played a major role in guiding our students in their initial years. I would like to thank our non-teaching staff, technical support staff, student volunteers, drivers, guards who have worked hard to ensure that this occasion becomes a memorable success. Our utmost gratefulness and gratitude to our founder, mentor and guide, late Sir A.K. Gopalan Sir, because of whom we have gathered here under one roof as a family. Last but not the least, I thank the management of Kaldan Samudra Hotel for providing us with all the facilities to make this occasion a memorable and grand success. Young doctors, congratulations, you have made it. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Never stop trying, never stop learning. Work with a sincere heart and continue bringing smiles into this world. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, ma'am. As we come to the end of the ceremony, we pray that with the grace of the Almighty, the Asan family will create more meritorious doctors and, after all, great citizens. Last but not the least, we would like to thank our faculty members who have beautifully done the job of shaping our minds and filling our hearts with passion towards our dream. We thank you wholeheartedly, dear teachers. There will be a group photo of graduates on stage with the dignitaries after the national anthem. I request everybody to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I now invite all our dignitaries, staffs, parents and graduates to join us for a high tea after the group photo.